Hey guys, Trainer Toll here. I am in Indianapolis for GenCon, and I am having a ton of fun. I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that we picked up so far. Raichu, keychain. They have a whole Pokemon store set up at GenCon. It's a huge gaming convention. They don't have like a Pokemon Go booth, but the Pokemon company has set up a Pokemon Center. Little sleeping. I think they knocked these off of the. It's like the little Disney door things. But there's a sleeping one, and he can knock off whoever he wants because he's adorable. They have a Pikachu one, the ever mythic Mew, and I think there was one of the Gen 3 or something like that. I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head, but it was an OG, so I was like, eh. And then Vaporeon, and how freaking cool is this? Like, it's like a little Lapras keychain, but then look like he's got little spikes on his back. I like that. I thought that was cute. And then they've got the OP Hotness, Vaporeon and Eevee pins, Umbreon and Espeon, and Useless Fish. And because I'm Team Instinct, I got these for my wife. Freaking Pikachu socks. Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, cool stuff aside, if you can make it to Gen Con, there's a lot of really cool stuff to pick up at the store. On the game front, I'm kind of happy about this, but I'm kind of disappointed that it hasn't gone through yet. Niantic is up to something, and we don't know exactly what they're up to yet. There's like nothing at this hotel. I was down here last night, and a Bulbasaur, or not a Bulbasaur, a Blastoise was on the radar, and I was like butt naked, and so I threw on clothes, no socks, like looking all sorts of crazy cat lady, and like ran out into the street, flailing around looking for Blastoise, and the radar is bullshit. And needless to say, I did not get the Blastoise, but I don't have a Blastoise because one of the reasons I was here is I wanted to run around the canal and collect Squirtle. But anyway, Niantic is up to something. The reports are coming in that botters, and what a botter is somebody that runs a bot, like a artificial intelligence script that plays the game for you. And these guys are, I mean, I'm level 30. I know some legitimate players that are up to 31, maybe 32, but to see people that are level 35, 36, to give you some perspective on that, it sounds like, oh, he's just a couple levels higher than you. In order for me to level, it would take 500,000 experience, and I'm 128,000 into that. So after I hit 30, it should take about roughly 5 days, 4 days if I'm really going crazy, but probably like a week to go from 30 to 31. To go from 30 to 34 is 2.75 million experience. So going from 0 to 30 is only 2 million experience. So literally going from 0 to 30 isn't even halfway to 34. And so when you really see that curve, the experience curve there, gives you a better understanding of exactly how much experience we're talking when we deal with botters. And what it is the thing plays the game for you. It takes you to a busy spot. It catches Pokemon endlessly. My theory is, and hopefully they won't get mad at me for theorizing at least on this, is that the reason that we've seen the increase in difficulty in catching Pokemon is because they wanted to see what the behavior would be. Oh, good. There's a Zubat. They wanted to see what the behavior would be of these bots that were trying to catch up with the change in the difficulty. And so if they're trying to monitor the behavior of these bots, and there's like 3 different software pieces that run it, and it runs on a computer. It doesn't even necessarily run on your phone. All right, little Zubat. Don't embarrass me in front of the people on YouTube. But so these bot programs, they run on the computer, and they they run around, they spin Pokestops. Some of them are even smart enough to know which Pokemon to save and which ones to get rid of. Some of them read IVs. It plays the game for you. Which, some people will disagree with me and say, "Hey, whatever, it's a game. Who cares if they cheat?" I view Pokemon Go as something of an esport, meaning that when we go out to the zoo and they have prizes and we're competing over who can take the gym and who can hold it and who can power it up and everything. our ability to min-max, our ability to make it difficult for the opponent to capture the gym, to hold the gym, etc. Those are esport elements. There's a competitive nature to this. And so if you're cheating by running a bot like that, you're ruining the competitive nature of this game. And I've had friends who are competitive esports players in other games, Overwatch and World of Warcraft, Raiders, and things like that. And they've told me that they're very frustrated because they don't feel like they should have to play. They don't feel like they should play the game if they're the only ones that are being legit with it. And I'm with them 100%. I mean, I was very frustrated yesterday. So it was nice when I start to see these reports coming in that the botters are being banned. And so the big widespread thing hasn't gone through yet, but the botters and the botter behavior, because of the amount of XP gained per hour, they know what's reasonable. And so my theory is, and I work with a lot of analytics, and so I work with a lot of reports, is that they can see a divide. And so here's the maximum of what a real player can do. And then here's a botter that can get 400,000 experience in a day or more in some cases. And so in between, there's a gap, right? And so my hope is that they can identify the different behaviors and the different statistics. This person has 800,000 Stardust. Like, there are outliers that really make those accounts stand out. So my hope is that they're working out their exact algorithm, hoping that somebody like me who is high level doesn't get banned in the process as they're trying to wipe away everybody that's reached a certain threshold. But there's just no legitimate way to be level 35 right now. There just isn't. And that's not I'm totally butthurt about it because I have spent a ton of time and taking days off and taking short days, whatever, to really put a ton of time into the game and to, take my son out and play and level together and run around and collect stuff. So it's just a real bummer that that Niantic wasn't prepared and allowed these botting situations to happen. So, but anyway, the good news is that they're doing something about it now. So hopefully the difficulty in catching kind of goes down a little bit once they get that sorted out. I would say that next week is going to be a pretty exciting week for the game. I think a lot of the changes that they have been putting into effect, starting with the huge launch of the game, the infrastructure that they've put into place is starting to finally pay off, and we should see the return of the battery save mode on iOS, because they had taken that out. What was happening, if you didn't know, is that when you turned your phone upside down, the screen would go black to save battery. But what happened was that if your phone was not perfectly upright when you went into that mode, you would turn your phone up and it would go black. And it's supposed to be that when you turn your phone down, it goes black, but it's sometimes if the gyro in your phone gets confused. So they disabled that completely, but now a bunch of people are disappointed because I could take my phone and put it in my pocket upside down, and it would still be in the game. I'd still be walking, getting credit for moving around, for hatching eggs, but I wouldn't have to have the phone out. I wouldn't have to have the screen on and generating all the polygons and all that kind of stuff. But you know what it's not generating? It's not generating polygons, because I can't find one. Anyway, good news from Niantic. They're making some progress. We'll be continuing to do our reporting from GenCon. We will have video with the big camera, the walking around camera, similar to our Auditorium Shores video. And I love the response to Angry Charmander guy. Yeah, no, we're having a lot of fun. We're catching them all. I want to find a way to keep an Eevee on my shoulder. Which one did I grab? I grabbed a sleeping Eevee. He's sleeping. He's so cute. Anyway, if you like the video, if you like the information, please like and subscribe. I know it sounds silly, but it helps us out a ton. I always used to kind of roll my eyes when the YouTube people would say like, "Hey, like and subscribe," but like it really does make a difference as far as where our videos pop up. So, and if you have any questions or anything you want us to track down or show you while we're at GenCon, let us know in the comments, and we will absolutely do that. Bye.